We have breaking news about the leaked documents. Just to revisit that for just a moment, NBC Justice and Intelligence correspondent has more details now. And this relates to the New York Times zeroing in on who the leader of this group was.
That's right, Andrea. And two law enforcement officials familiar with the matter are now telling NBC News that this Massachusetts Air National Guard intelligence officer, Jack Texera, is the suspected leaker, that they've been on to him for some time, and that an arrest is imminent. This person was first identified by the New York Times, who described him as a 21-year-old member of the intelligence wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, and as a leader of a chat group on this Discord gaming platform, who was sharing highly classified documents with other members of the group. Those documents eventually leaked to other groups and then were published in the news media and now have been seen by the entire world. The Times are saying in their story that they approached his house on Cape Cod, and that a relative said that he was getting a lawyer. Meanwhile, President Biden saying today that the investigators were getting close to finding the leaker, and our law enforcement sources confirming now that they are zeroing in on this 21-year-old member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard.
Ken, one of the extraordinary things about this is that he's 21 years old now, but this started during the pandemic. So he was really very young when he started. What it seemed from the Washington Post details, they had talked to two members of this chat group, kind of showing off. And he was definitely the leader, that they were really following him. One of the people that the Post talked to described him as, he was my best friend. They looked up to him, and he was showing them that he had access to things that none of them had, because he was getting materials over many months in his role in the intelligence. Now, it seems to me that he doesn't have a very high level ranking to have access to top secret, no foreign use.
That is what is so astonishing about this, Andrea, particularly 10 years after the Edward Snowden leak, where supposedly the intelligence community learned the lesson that it had to be careful about who had access to all manner of highly classified documents. But we still have a situation where, and it no doubt had to do with the fact that he was in an intelligence wing, right? So his job is devoted to intelligence. So by nature, he's got a high-level security clearance and he has access to high-level intelligence. But it's, I think we're gonna be asking the question. Hopefully, we'll get answers. Why an Air National Guardsman on Cape Cod needed to know highly detailed information about Ukrainian air defenses, or what the U.S. had concluded about what Israel or South Korea was doing. That just boggles the mind, and it just shows that we're in a situation where intelligence is flowing across the government. Thousands of people are seeing it, and the U.S. government clearly does not have a handle on all those people and what they're doing.